Today we're going to talk about tearing down paper. It is very easy and you can do it with just a few simple materials. And it's cheaper and gives you more beautiful edges than an expensive paper cutter. Here's what you need. So you're going to want paper, and it doesn't matter what kind or what you're using it for, the paper that you want to tear down. And depending on the paper, you'll need rulers. Big ruler for big paper, little ruler for little paper. Metal rulers work the best for this. As far as the mats are concerned, they need to go with the size of your paper. So smaller paper can fit on a smaller mat, bigger paper, larger mat. The other thing that is very necessary if you are going to get correct measurements is to have rulers on the sides of your mats. To get started, you're going to place your paper so that it's completely inside the measurements of your mat. Then you're going to take your ruler and place it metal side down, especially if one side is corked. See, that's the metal side, and that's the side that is going to cut the best. So check out your measurements, and the easiest thing to do is to look at the top and bottom and figure out where is your zero line. Mine is at the very edge of your mat, and I'm guessing yours will be too. Hold your paper down firm and then decide where do you want to tear your paper. You're going to take your ruler and you're going to place it across those measurements wherever you want to go, and you're going to line it up top and bottom. It's going to take a second. You need to keep your hand firmly on the paper so that when you go to tear, it does not move. So I'm lining it up. I have my measurements top and bottom. I'm going to make sure I hold that ruler down completely so that it doesn't budge on me, and then I'm going to grab the paper and I'm going to gently pull my hand back away from the ruler towards myself. And there you go. To tear it again, to tear it down smaller, going to line up on the zero line, going to pick my measurement, make sure my ruler goes across the top and the bottom. Both measurements line up. There'll usually be a vertical line that you can line up with. I'm going to grab the corner of my paper and I'm going to slowly tear towards myself. See how easy that was? It's amazing, isn't it? So let's try the bigger paper now. The same thing. Now, I have even bigger paper. For the sake of this demo, I decided to use this size. This size still needs to go on the larger mat. So I'm lining it up on the zero line, which is at the very edge. It doesn't really matter if it's at the extreme top or bottom. All that matters is that you have lined up on the zero line. You can use the horizontal lines of the mat to help you make sure that it's even. Then I'm going to take a larger ruler, because remember, it has to cross both the top and bottom measurements so that we can tear evenly. And I'm checking my measurements, checking the camera too. And now I'm going to take the corner of my paper, hold the ruler down firmly, and tear towards myself. You'll notice that I'm sliding my hand down the ruler as I work because it is so large. So there's our first tear. There you go. Look at that. Now a more blunt ruler edge will give you a more deckled looking tear. So let's tear it smaller. So still using the same bigger mat. It is a little bit more awkward with a smaller piece of paper, but you can still do it. Bigger ruler, so I have a more torn looking edge, and I'm holding the ruler down. I'm tearing against the ruler towards myself, and that one is complete. So now we've torn two different pieces of paper. Check out those edges. Aren't they lovely? They're beautiful. So you'll notice a sharper ruler produces a more finely torn edge, and a more dull-edged ruler produces more torn up looking edge of the paper. Either one. There's nothing wrong with either one. They both work amazing. So that's all you need. It's up to you how expensive you go on the mats. Now, if you choose to use self-healing mats, you can also use them for cutting into things as a cutting board. So it's kind of up to you. Next time when we meet up, I'll show you how I fix dried up waterproof ink, and then you can art with me if you like, and we will finish up this little page in this teeny tiny book, and I'll take you step by step through creating my little doodles. So as always, have a great day, be blessed, and happy arting.